Hello everyone, this is Sereni's here, back in my 31st installment of the Champion High Free-For-All August season gameplays today, guys. I'm very excited to be delivering this to you today. And it is a Coliseum Free-For-All, and we haven't seen Coliseum on my series actually since episode 3 against my boy Brandon Lee and Lee the Movie. So, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really talk a lot of map strategy in that video, so I better do it now. So I'll talk about the players I was up against in a minute. As you can see, I'm kind of hovering over the main ones. But I definitely just want to mention the spawns as I've got them up in front here. But the main players I was up against in this gameplay were Heav3nspunish, LeoLive 1 and LLERASPARTAN. And LeoLive 1 was a champion free-for-all player, and Heav3nspunish and LLERASPARTAN are high-tier Onyx players to lower champion players in most seasons in free-for-all. So definitely good competition. So discussing the spawns right there, you can see Heav3nspunish had a spawn bottom mid in the scout shot. There are two players spawning on either side of the rocket ramp, which is a common spawn for Coliseum free-for-all. One player in one of the cave sides and another player in the opposing cave side, so that can be a potential face-off as well at snipe. And then one player spawning at the battle rifle. So the main sort of common spawns for Coliseum free-for-all are definitely two players ahead of each other at rockets and two players ahead of each other in either cave. So definitely at the start when you get the rocket ramp spawn, it's really important just to go for the rockets and challenge the player right in front of you. The only thing you do have to be a bit cautious with this is the other players on the map. So the players in bottom mid might use this opportunity to try and flank you and try and get the rockets after you've had the initial battle with that first player if you've got a rocket ramp spawn. Also, players from the cave side may push flag and then push the rockets as well. So if you're one of the rocket ramp spawn players, you have to be careful of flanks when you go for the rockets at the start of the Collie free-for-all. It's really important. So I made a nice job to get them in the beginning to take out Dragoon Black, and then getting one rocket kill before I was taken out in bottom mid. It was a bit of a shame that I was taken out so early with the rockets because there were loads more for me to use, but like I've said before in free-for-all, like not everything is always going to go your way in an FFA, so you kind of just have to forget about it and move on. So I know at this point Dragoon Black has the rockets back, so I have to be a bit careful there. I know that he's rushing me, so I was careful with my nade and AR and was able to take him out because he didn't really maneuver that well, so I was able to take him out. I knew there was a player in the vicinity, so I was checking that first before I pick up the rocket. And only one rocket here, so it's not a big deal. I'm tied for first with Dragoon Black and I think LLERASPARTAN as well. So, definitely having one rocket in my possession at this point early on in the game is really handy because it's a guaranteed kill. And because at this point I'm not really seeing anyone and I'm in one of the most populated parts of the map, the snipe side of the map, I'm just taking my time to be a bit cautious and look for the players that are fighting each other. Really nice choice to try and get that kill with the rocket. Unfortunately, the guy was a bit weak. Maybe it would have been a bit better opting out for the DMR first because sometimes you can waste rockets on a player that's one shot and that rocket could get you the next kill if you finish with a DMR headshot first. So yeah, definitely paying attention to that is a really important aspect, making sure you use your weapons to the maximality that they have, I guess. I threw two nades here as well because I thought this guy would push from below and then he actually came up high, so I tried to thrust back in and that nade did more damage to me than I would have liked and I get cleared up anyway, so that was a bit unfortunate. And right here coming off the spawn, guys, so rockets have come up again, so I definitely want to push towards that location. Even though I'm a bit late, it's actually quite a nice thing because I can sort of shoot the players that are going for it, even though the fact I'm not retrieving it straight away and then pick them up anyway after. But as you can see, all the players are quite alert of the rockets spawning, and there was a player with a sniper rifle who was watching them as well. And I saw from my def cam that a player went down there, so I'm looking to go back to the area and try and clear him up if I could. But unfortunately he has got away and he is using those rockets on other players, so it's Halo Plays 101 who's just been taken out by a scatter shot. Rockets are down there, but the players just killed him with a scatter. Unfortunately I do get clipped here and unfortunately can't reload the rockets in time to get that kill on that player. So as you can see, guys, not having the best luck right now, not having the best triumphant plays at this moment in the game, but just kind of have to forget that because sometimes in free-for-all You can be making the right plays, like, you know, but luck isn't just on your side, so you just have to keep kind of persisting and going back to the right areas where you know you need to go, and just keep trying your luck, really. As you can see, managed to get off my next spawn a kill, and I also net myself the rockets as well. With the 3 rockets I was able to grab, so that's absolutely huge. And that, you know, that was 3 rockets right there, because Halo plays 1-on-1 who I took out to get them. He was one shot back red, and there was no one else spawning around the area, so it was a golden opportunity, and I seized it. And as you can see, now I've got 1 more rocket, and I'm have a 1 kill lead as well. So it's a massive bit of play, and that does net me the Top Gun medal. And as you can see, a really nice killing spree all from that play, getting the rockets at red base and pushing around the circular motion around the map. So definitely, you know, getting an opportunity like that and flowing with the map, moving from one side to the other with, you know, good sort of awareness of what's going on the map at a particular time is going to net you a lot of kills in free-for-all, and it's technically the best way to play in a free-for-all, to be honest with you. Really nice series of plays there to get another 2 kills. I think that was a spree of 7 kills right there, so I came, you know, I think LLERASPARTAN had 8 kills when I had 6. And I've got 7 in a row, and LLERASPARTAN hasn't got a single kill in that time. So you can see that it's definitely, you know, some of the best plays there for a college free-for-all, to be honest. Like, really good map movement and good choice of, you know, kills to go for in that particular scenario. So it was a really nice bit of play. And now that I've made all those plays, I definitely want to keep up the momentum with that. So, you know, definitely want to sort of, you know, keep pressing with, you know, the sort of good plays that I'm making. So I knew that a few people were fighting over the other side of the map, so I just decided to throw a few Serenity nades into the area and see what occurs. And I do actually end up netting myself a kill, so that's a really nice bit of play. I really like this spot on Coliseum free-for-all, to be honest, like sort of in the maze and the sneakies area, because you've got, you know, you have a good view over the map, and you know, it's very hard for someone to notice you there unless you're sort of moving on the radar, or you're sort of actively moving. So it's a pretty nice spot to spy on people before jumping up to the highest point. So you know, you definitely have a good angle of, you know, being able to watch people that part of the map. You know, generally there'll always be people on your sort of side of your map with a particular flag base, like red or blue as well. So whenever you spawn there, be prepared for a battle, because there's quite a lot of active spawns in that area of the map, to be honest. So at this point, because I didn't really see anyone at red, I decided to push blue, and probably by this time as well, the reason why I haven't seen anyone is because all the players that might have been here, like, you know, 10 seconds ago have all ran over to the other side of the map. So that was just a little bit unfortunate for me that there's no one here, and getting chased by a player here and there. I really like the decision to throw the splinter grenade, but unfortunately for me, I probably just could have maybe gone to the next ledge and avoided being killed by Heav3nspunish, and if I'd landed that splinter a bit better, that would have been really good. But moving on here, this is a really nice play that I did. Now, I'm well aware of the fact that rockets are coming up, but the reason I don't go, as I've told you before in Halo 5, never go too early. I knew that I was far too early because it was 15 seconds before they dropped. So if I'd gone up, you know, exactly at 15 seconds, there would always be another player spawning on a flag side base, and I knew, just in my case, with my sort of luck, that someone would spawn there, and they did, and it was LLERASPARTAN. And I chose a really convenient space to hide at the bottom of the ramp, so still enabling myself enough time to get up there, let him pass through a little bit, and then start shooting him, and then get the rockets. So I really like that play, and I just wanted to comment on that, because that's possibly one of the best ways to set up for a power weapon, to be honest, in Coliseum free-for-all. If you're too early, it's a nice spot to choose there to hide. So definitely worthwhile, you know, utilising that now and again, rather than just going straight up. As I've told you before in Halo 5 free-for-all, always try to get there with only a few seconds left, because going too early is just, you'll never get the power weapon or the power up in this game. It just never works, to be honest, when you play good players. So so at this point, guys, you know, there's a lot of commotion bottom mid. The rockets fell down there when I you know, had the rockets, and I sort of died. All the players are now rushing back to that area because other weapons are down there. So when that happens in free-for-all and you have the lead, that's a really important time in the match, because you should just continuously keep going down there like everyone else and keep clearing up, because it's actually a bad mistake on the other players' part, because if the first place guy has a lot more kills over everyone else, by encouraging for sloppy battles like that, the first place guy is just going to keep coming down and, you know, sort of trading with particular people and increasing his lead. So those kind of situations of free-for-all, it's really hard to sort of control that sort of thing happening, because that's that's sort of like choices that the other players are making, so you can't really have any influence over that. But what you can do is just keep going down and hope to go down at the right time and poach most of the kills. And as you can see there, that scrappy gameplay actually suited my play style, because I had a pretty good lead, to be honest, and I just kept going down there and picking up even more kills. So definitely it's important to recognise when players are continuously rushing an area, because you can definitely pick up a lot of kills from doing that. And I really like the plays I made there to even increase my lead even further, because I was taking advantage of the fact that people kept rushing needlessly, pointlessly for what they were doing. So I just kept going and getting kills. At this point, again, really nice plays to get the rockets in this match. Unfortunately for me, I've sometimes caught in a reload and sometimes caught between two players at bottom mid, so that's really unfortunate, because had I had more of those rockets earlier on, I would have probably had 25 kills by now. So still in a good stead at this point in the game. I have 22 kills and second place has 16, so I'm pretty in good set to win this game. So at this point in the game, like I've said before, guys, just take your time with it, because if you have a massive lead, there's no rush. You just need to sort of at least get one kill on each life that you're having in the free-for-all. So sort of just try to trade with a few people, try to avoid dying to second place at this point in the game, and just try to finish it off calmly and collectively, and just sort of flow with the match like you've been doing in the other parts of the game. Don't change your play style at this point in the game. Just remain like playing the way that you were before, in terms of like trying to get as many kills as you can, because free-for-all is all about kills per minute and how many kills you can get in a short period of time. So there's definitely a lot of time, as you've seen from my other gameplays against Surugai. Not Surugai, Surugai. I had plenty of time to come back, and I did actually use the time. And I'm just saying that can happen again. Players can do that to you as well. So you should always keep up the momentum. Don't just slack off because you've got a 6-kill lead at the end. Because some good players out there can really come back on a lead like that. I think it's really unfortunate right there of those shots on LLERASPARTAN. They didn't actually take him out. I was kind of expecting to finish the game at that point, but I got shot from someone behind. So right up here, get a God Spawn, see a guy weak on the flag, and just shoot him for the match winner. So guys, I really hope you enjoy this gameplay. I was against a champion free-for-all player in this gameplay. LeoLive won. I was also matching up against LLERASPARTAN and Heav3nspunish37, who are high tier Onyx players to lower tier champion free-for-all players on most seasons. So I really hope you guys enjoy this Collie free-for-all. I've got another one coming out soon. This was LLERASPARTAN, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.